Greetings and welcome to the first official Fly the Coop video. It's been about 2 years that we've had the RV and been on the road and have done various trips. And we've finally taken a little break to regroup and figure out what it is we're doing. So we decided to take all this footage and things that we've filmed over the last couple of years and finally start putting some videos out. The first video is going to be our trip to Madison, which was our first real trip in the RV in July of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't really thinking in terms of introducing where we were just trying to film everything we were doing, so that's why we're kind of doing this, so we have something to explain to you so you have any idea what the hell it is that you're looking at.
Recap the trip.
Yeah.
And all of the things we did wrong and all of the things we did right.
Lots of wrong. So when we got to Madison, it was shortly after the George Floyd verdict and the riots that had taken place in downtown Madison. And as we drove through downtown, a place we had been a year or two before for a concert, we were amazed to find this whole section of downtown that was shops and restaurants, and there were people everywhere. And when we got there this time, everything was boarded up. There was no one around. It was a combination of COVID and the riots. It was very weird vibe.
It was weird, but it was cool in the sense that they had painted all the boarded up businesses. They had gone around and had artists come in and paint them, and they allowed for people to really use art to express their thoughts and feelings at the time. And you just could walk through downtown, and it was very eerie because there was no one there, so it felt very almost apocalyptic because it's just so quiet. But yet you'd see all this beautiful artwork that's on all these boarded buildings. It was just such a weird experience for the time.
But Frank Lloyd Wright has a kind of a community place right on the water, right on the lake in downtown. And normally, clearly, there's restaurants and things that are open. Everything was shut down, but that was another place we explored with 0 people around, so that was different. And other than that, we spent our time, we went to a couple of breweries, one that we really loved called Union Corners, which unfortunately I've looked up has since closed. Amazing food and beer there. Went to some caves just outside of Madison. And then a big part of this video is the house on the rock, which words don't do it any sort of justice. It was one of the few things we planned ahead, and Amanda filmed a little thing when we were done going through it, so you'll see her talking about the house on the rock and what it is.
A town that you think, like Madison, Wisconsin, that's just seems like a small, regular, everyday town, and you go there and they're beautiful and they have lots of things to do, great culture, great food, great beers, great entertainment. And that was kind of the first reality into why people go into RV life, is because you really get your opportunity to spend time in these places and explore them, even things that you wouldn't normally think about going to, and they'll just blow you away. Even though we had a lot of problems on that trip. I forgot my wallet. We didn't leave until like 4 o'clock in the afternoon and drove through the night and got in at dark. So we did everything that the RVers tell you not to do on the first round. We did.
Pretty much, yeah. And my biggest fear was to pull up and have a back in sight. And of course we did. Which I guess we should have started with. This is Cooper Vineyards. And at the moment we've been helping out. It's her family's vineyard. We've been helping out with the harvest and taking video and the whole process, which those videos will show up at some point. But yeah, so while we've been here, we decided to bring the RV up here, and so we had a little home away from home, and then get ready for more traveling we're going to do this winter.
If you want to watch the show, like and follow. That's probably not a good tagline to have. We probably need to work on that.
Maybe we should maybe find something better. Like, I don't think come see the show is really what we're going for. Yeah.
Some days we look like we know what we're doing, but some days we don't.
Well, we're good at faking it occasionally, but
yeah.
But yeah, hope you enjoy this, and I apologize in advance for the quality of the video and the choices of everything, but they're just going to get better from here. So.
Exactly.
So here we are getting ready for our first real trip. And because we aren't allowed to park in our driveway, we had to come to a local parking lot. So we're in the Unity Point Health parking lot. So tomorrow's the big day, first real trip. Wish us luck. Well, first real day of camping and storm.
It's alright. Storms are cooler when you're in the camper.
Maybe.
Hi everyone. We are here at the House on the Rock, which is outside of Madison, and we don't really know what it is.
Holy shit. Oh, oh my God, that's insane. Look at all this. We just got done walking through House on the Rock, which is located here outside of Madison, Wisconsin, in a town called Spring Green, Wisconsin. It is pretty phenomenal. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of walking, but it's totally worth the $25 per person to come. So if you're in the area, definitely check it out. The premise behind it is that Alex Jordan, was kind of an architect. He was a designer. He was an engineer, and he found a rock here in Wisconsin that he absolutely loved and decided that that was going to be his place, and he was going to build his house and essentially his empire around it. I mean, there's multiple buildings and lots of rooms that are different themed that you walk through. It's pretty unbelievable. We got some great shots, we got some great photo, we'll show you. But if you're ever in the area, it's definitely worth the $25 to come check it out. So there was a skier and it was coming up to the ramp, and I was just praying that it would jump up the ramp so I could see it, and then she completely biffed it right before the ramp, so I missed it.
That's a bummer.
So today was interesting. We got to Madison and I realized the next day after we got here that I forgot my wallet. So I spent half the day today, this is Monday, we got in on Friday, I spent half the day today trying to run around and find a place where I could have my wallet shipped to so that I could get my wallet for the rest of the trip. Otherwise we basically have to turn around and come home on Friday, which when we left Madison. I just smacked myself in the eye with this. That's wonderful. So I ran around today trying to coordinate to get one of my friends to ship it up here, and then to the campground up here so that I could get my wallet. And then we decided to take a little tour around downtown Madison and to see one of the Frank Lloyd Wright buildings that they have here in Madison, which are beautiful. But in the process of doing so, I so conveniently went through the parking lot and ran over a bolt. I will show you. And as you can hear, you can not only see it, but you can hear it. So in the parking lot of this Frank Lloyd Wright building, there was a parking garage and I somehow managed to run over this bolt. I did limp it back, which I know you're not supposed to, but I wanted to get back to the campground so that if we got stranded, we were still close to the dogs. So we made it back here, but I called roadside assistance. They are on their way and hopefully can help me with this tire. But that's a great trip out. Not only did I forget my wallet, but now we have a flat tire. So welcome to RV life, I guess.